click, clap, blast 'em.
And we are high atop and deep inside world headquarters of JRod and the Boss Lady. And where have we found ourselves this week?
We are at the fancy Sylvester.
Yes, this is a throwback lounge in Midtown Wynwood area here, 3456 North Miami Avenue. Thanks to Ben and Nick for opening up the doors for us. Yeah, this is a little like throwback to Havana, Cuba, Miami, the 50s. A lot of cool drinks, a lot of cool cocktails that you can make here. Check them out, man. They're at thesylvesterbar.com, thesylvesterbar.com, and you can hit them up on Instagram at thesylvesterbar. And indeed, the cocktails are flowing. And of course, we want to also remind you, if you're going to go drinking, Booze Bandage, amigos. Go to boozebandage.com, enter the code word Boss Lady, 30% off your first purchase. And yeah, it's a transdermal. You say it better than
transdermal patch.
Transdermal, yeah.
It's like a nicotine patch, but instead of nicotine, it's delivering thiamine, vitamin B1, so that as you're drinking, you're balancing your B1 vitamin levels, and then you don't have a hangover.
Florida grown, Florida made. Our good friends here at
Florida
Booze
tested.
That's right, Florida approved. They're based out of Key West, so if you live in the Miami, if you live in the Florida area, you're supporting a local business. But go to boozebandage.com. Our boys from Key West. Of course, this is made in Key West, right? Of course, this came up in Key West. Why wouldn't it be?
Of course, because we're drinking.
Boozebandage.com, 30% off your first purchase by putting in the code word
Boss Lady.
All right, so let's get to it. Now, first of all, last week we talked about Odell Beckham Jr. OBJ had a $350,000 Richard Mille watch.
Oh, fancy.
It took me a week to figure it out. And then week one against the Browns, against the Titans, they lose. They're terrible. But he got so much flack, so everybody said, what was he going to do Monday Night Football, week 2, against the Jets, where the stadium he used to play in? Right. What would he do? Well, OBJ followed it up with this. He wore a RM 1103 McLaren flyback chronograph. That was week 1. So for week 2, he wore an RM 5602 Tourbillon Sapphire.
Yes.
Okay.
Are these cars? Are we talking about
this
cars?
Is a watch.
A McLaren?
But the watch is worth $2 million. There's only 10 of them made.
During a game?
He just wore them during warm-ups.
Okay, during warm-ups.
All right. Now, here's...
It's only $2 million. I mean, what's the big deal?
Now, he got so much flack for wearing the $350K watch that we all were going to, what was he going to do for week 2? So we bust out this $2 million watch during warm-ups. But, scandal, intrigue, polemica. A watch blog, a London-based watch blog named Watch Amish, alleged that the watch is fake. Bum, bum, bum. It's like a Telemundo novela. Rodolfo!
Hey!
No puede ser, Rodolfo!
Cries in Spanish.
Con la mesera. Con la criada, Rodolfo!
I've been saying it. The NFL this season is a Spanish telenovela. They got all types of drama.
Between Antonio Brown and
Antonio Brown just got, I just saw that Nike just dropped all their...
Well, you can't fart in your doctor's face. You see, when he farted in his doctor...
They dropped all...
What would you do? I mean, I know you're not a doctor, but you deal in the medical profession. Somebody just...
Dude, it happens sometimes, but like in your face?
I'm sorry, going excuse me, but not for real. No. Although it's funny, a friend of mine...
I mean, I just had a colonoscopy. They don't let you leave unless you do that.
A friend of mine, he was in my house the other day, right? And he was talking to me, and he totally farted.
In the middle of sentence.
He was talking. Yeah, so you know.
I have a friend of mine that does this.
And there was like a baby pause, like.
And you're waiting for them to say excuse me or
because
something?
we're friends, but we're not part of my house friends.
So you just pretend it didn't happen.
And yo soy buena gente. I'm not the kind of guy. Did you fart? Oh, I'm not that guy.
Yeah, no, you just pretended.
So I was just like, this is my just farted in my kitchen. In my kitchen.
While you were cooking?
Do you know what my wife would do if you fart? I mean, I can barely go in the kitchen, let alone fart in the kitchen.
No, that's gross.
So my man so we just kind of like he
pretend like
he gave me that baby pause. So yeah, because I was sitting up. Like, did he hear me? Did I? And I'm like, did this? And did you? And,
it's happened to me with coworkers, and then I just have to pretend that I didn't hear it. Like I'll be like, continue.
Well, I mean, there are nervous farters.
No, there's people that just don't care. And they
no, wait,
just
for a
let it
person who
go.
doesn't like talking about farting, you sure? Why are we talking about farting?
You brought it up about Antonio Brown. This is your thing.
No.
My fun thing about my colonoscopy that I wanted to tell you.
Tell us about your little poke and probe.
Dude,
Excuse me while I have a little beverage.
They had to put a mouthpiece because they had to put. I got DP'd.
Because,
I got endoscopy.
Because you usually like to bite the pillow. Is that what it is?
No, they had to shove a tube down because I had to do an endoscopy and a colonoscopy.
You were like, no pasa nada. Oh. It's like another Friday night.
When I got out of the procedure, the doctor came in and was like, man, we were dying laughing with you because I was as they were putting the
Daddy.
I kept
Daddy.
I kept talking. I'm like, oh, this is the type of stuff I need to deal with people at work. And then they said that after all of that I was saying, just give me alcohol, like just screaming.
El que sabe, sabe.
And listen, under anesthesia, I was still saying that. They had to double dose me. It's a high tolerance.
They had to double dose you.
Yeah.
Wait, Fred, come in here. You're pretty hung. Get in here.
DP'd. Fun times.
Maybe that'll be the new Spanish word. How do you say DP in Spanish?
Doble
penetración. We call it.
Doble penetración.
We call it Anselmo from Havana. They call him El Tripié.
Listen, I'm giving you my ADD. Now we're jumping around. What happened with? So did they give him another penalty for wearing
he wore it,
expensive watch?
He wore it only during warm-ups. Okay,
so they didn't give him a penalty.
The point is that he wore. Everybody's claiming, or this blog is a fake.
So maybe he got it from one of those back alleys.
They were in New York. They were in the New York metropolitan area.
You go and they have this big truck and they open the door. And
you want to buy a watch? You want to buy a Tiffany thing? You want to buy a Coach purse? You want to buy a Chanel?
Exactly.
Hey man, I bought some.
You can knock the hustle.
I bought some Fradas. I bought some Louis Vuitton. I bought some Channel. Baby, I bought you a Channel. It's got two ends. Channel has one end. Esto tiene dos ends. Concho.
En vez de Gucci, que es Gucci.
It's Guccio.
Guccio.
Guccio. It's Gucci with an E at the end. Guccie. It's funny. Speaking of Gucci, I took my dog to the dog park. I took the pug. The laziest dog ever. It's fat. It's overweight. And so we're at the dog park, and the dog doesn't want to run. The dog just sits next to me. Yo no sé para qué venimos aquí, but okay, we can hang out here in the sun. Mucho calor. And this total like princess, Barbie looking, half top, yoga pants with this little toy dog. And she comes up, and the dog starts to like bark at the pug, and the pug's like, I poop more than you. And she goes, and she picks up the dog and goes, come here, Gucci. And I was like, but what's the term? Basic?
Yeah.
Basic.
Yeah, but if you were single, you still would have done it.
You want some dog food?
Be like, you're basic. I'll give you my acid.
You want to do some Molly? You look like you like Molly. A little rum and Coke never hurt anybody either.
That's a killer.
But just to finish up OBJ, the thought was everybody's thinking that he knew it was a fake watch, and he did it to troll everybody.
That's been
giving him. So I say applause to OBJ, and not only that, the Browns won in that game, and he had a great one-handed catch
as usual. Man's living his best life. I'm not mad at him.
No, me too.
I'm trying to get that $2 million watch though.
Just no more cocaine and pizza, and videos.
No.
Listen, you know that game. One of these just doesn't belong. Cocaine, pizza, videotaping. No videotaping.
Oh, I was gonna say the pizza.
Allegedly.
Pizza doesn't belong.
You don't videotape.
You don't get hungry.
You know when you're like in Vegas with the boys, you're in Vegas with the boys. Somebody pulls out a cell phone and people start diving under the tables. Like, he's got a gun. He's got a gun. No, eso no se hace.
No, definitely not.
Do you believe in UFOs? In UFOs?
Is that like a sex toy?
A A urinary fractoid orb.
No, actual aliens.
Uranus fractoid orb.
Hey,
I got vodka and rum. I don't know which one to grab.
No, I think that there might be. Who knows? I mean, I think it's super egotistical for us to think that we're the only people in the world.
Well, the Navy,
the universe,
the U.S. Navy. Which, by the way, before we get to that story, this is such a every time I see U.S. Navy, I think of such a Cuban, Latin, South American term.
What?
Because when the gringos came to South America and the Caribbean, the Latins were so happy because they were bringing the Latino our brown brothers.
Yeah, sometimes you are really so Caucasian.
Listen, I'm a double agent.
The Latins.
Those little brown brothers over there. Yeah, Betty, look at the little Latino over there. Isn't that fantastic? Isn't that fantastic? What did Trump say? Look at my Hispanic over there.
What was it? Do you like the country more being Hispanic or was it?
Brother. Well, anyway, so the Latinos, la gente, la raza, la familia,
my people
that lives down there, would, like, when I was a kid, I was always taught, being Cuban, you assimilate.
Right.
I wasn't, walk. It's like Jungle Book. You want to look like them, walk like them, talk like them.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how it was. So when the military came to South America, Venezuela, Colombia, those countries down there, they would name their kids Americans' names, like Jimmy Rodriguez.
Right.
So there was a lot of like Usnavis,
Yeah.
Usmael. You know where I'm going with this, right?
Yes, I do.
Usnavi. U.S. Navy, because they would give out these little calendars to all the Latinos, so people would be called. So they'd look on the calendar and say U.S. Navy, so they'd name their kids Usnavi, or U.S. Mail was Usmael. No manches.
I tell you.
Usnavi, Usmael, and Bang Bros.
It's
Because they're doing the work of the Lord too.
I'm waiting on Bang Brothers to sponsor us.
Oh gosh, can you imagine? Brought to you by Booze Bandage and Bang Brothers. Bandingo, take it away.
Dude, what's more, JRod and the Boss Lady?
Yes. Booze Bandage and Bang Brothers.
Exactly.
And the congregation said amen. So the U.S. Navy has confirmed that they have at least 3, they don't call them UFOs. They don't call them unidentified flying objects.
Because they've identified them.
They call them UAPs. Unidentified aerial phenomenon.
Okay.
Like that girl wearing the push-up bra with the big, that's an aerial phenomenon right there. But so there's video that was given out, and there's at least 3 videos of some weird unidentified orb flying. And the one that I saw that really got me going was on one of the F-18s. They have a little radar that can lock on an object. Mm-hmm. It automatically locks it and follows it. So it was locked onto this orb, and all of a sudden the thing just broke through the lock and zipped away at like crazy speed for it to do that. Like, if you can understand what I'm saying, 'cause I can't. The thing,
Spaceballs.
It was like, and the reason why they're doing it is because this was only in like military airspace.
Yeah,
that's what they're flying around in. And now the U.S. Navy is telling its pilots, hey, if you see something, report it, because the pilots in the past have been afraid to, because está loco.
They're gonna be like, yeah.
One guy said, and this guy had to be from Florida. Bro, and he started with bro, that's a drone. But the drone was flying against 125 mile an hour winds.
Suspicious.
You believe in UFOs?
I think so. I mean, like I said, why would we be the only people in the existence of the whole entire universe?
I believe in the brilliance.
There's a Chewbacca out there.
What if you're having sex with somebody and all of a sudden?
Well, when I had sex with the deaf guy, it kind of sounded like that, actually. That and the buzzer.
So
I don't discriminate. Or
no,
I
mean,
if you're good looking, you're good looking.
Man's got to eat, and if you're ugly too.
No, you get that's on you.
Couple of cocktails.
I discriminate on that one.
So, but my thing is this: I believe in the power of of Hollywood in the sense that every time I see Men in Black, I think they got it right. I think aliens are among us. I think that movie is spot on. Because you look at Dennis Rodman, that dude's an alien. That dude is from another planet.
Well, if you think about it,
Have you seen some of these guanajos driving on the Palmetto?
No, but seriously, if you think about it, if you look at some human beings and the things that they've survived, like Ozzy Osbourne,
right?
Like how much drugs can you survive?
Nikki Sixx. Like, we talked about it on our radio show.
These people like seriously are like way beyond, and they're still going.
Listen, Nikki Sixx, Ozzy Osbourne,
Keith
Richards, when they die, which maybe never. They need to open them up and figure out, clone their DNA, because clearly they are bulletproof. They are impenetrable.
Yeah, these people. So these people, maybe there is aliens.
People. What do you mean by these people? Drunks.
My fellow people.
What do you think a booze bandage would do on Ozzy Osbourne?
In fairness, Ozzy probably needs like 5 of them.
He would probably peel it and just eat it.
He needs like 5 just to make sure. I don't even think he gets hangovers though. Think about it. He never like let it get. He's probably drinking.
Well,
the whole time.
it's the hair of the dog.
Like an IV bag of alcohol.
By the way, we're going to talk later on the show about the strangest fetishes, strangest behavior that's going on with people that do some weird. There's a television show.
I thought I was weird.
That does all that stuff, and there's an influencer who makes money on her tongue, or because of her tongue.
Yeah, I should have been doing this.
She makes 6 figures.
She beats me. I always do.
I bet you can make a couple bucks with that tongue.
In a different way. By talking. More of a talker. It's true.
You don't even believe that.
I do. Look at this straight face.
And we continue here from the Sylvester Bar, 3456 North Miami Avenue. Hit them up, thesylvesterbar.com, and on Instagram at the Sylvester Bar. I'll be honest with you, the first time, I always think of the cat. Thuffer and Thuckatash.
Yeah, you're pretty good at that.
Well, you know.
Pretty good with your tongue.
By the way, keep them coming, man. Our Australian audience is growing. Martin's got a following for us. What's the cat's name? Timmy?
Yes.
Timmy! G'day, mate. Top of the morning. No, it's Irish.
Good top of the morning. Good top of the morning.
Strip on the bobby. That's a knife.
We need to stop with this.
Right?
No, we need to
We
stop
got to take
it.
the show. Listen, we're coming to Melbourne. We're coming to Melbourne. We're coming to Sydney.
We like going down under.
Hit us up, JRod and the Boss Lady. I'm at JRod Show.
305 Miami 6924.
And thanks to everybody here at the Sylvester. Remember, Booze Bandage, 30% off your first order. BoozeBandage.com using the code word
Boss Lady.
All right, so you don't like to fly very much, right?
I hate flying. I do it often.
Yes, me too. We fly, but because we have to, because of the convenience of it. I get it. Now, a buddy of mine who's a local radio TV personality here in the personality. Hang on, let me have a cut.
I think that's kicking in now.
Yes, my tongue got in front of my eye tooth. I couldn't see what I was saying right there. But Andy Slater, who's a local TV radio personality here in South Florida, goes to Colombia a lot, goes to Costa Rica a lot, and he was on a flight. He was telling me this story. He was on a flight from Dentistry.
Costa Rica, mijito.
To Colombia with a U, not an O, and Costa Rica.
Exactly.
Pura vida.
What's
Pura
going
vida.
on today?
Come on, you know what? I had to go. I got my player shirt on, you know.
Colombia y Costa Rica.
Hermano, ¿por qué estás hablando así? Yo soy de Colombia, hermano.
Like
Plomo o plata.
Leave my Colombian accent.
Plomo o plata. Hermano.
Hey.
Hermano.
Bueno, okay.
Una bandeja paisa.
I shouldn't start because then you start
Una
with the
bandeja
accents.
paisa, hermano.
No, I
Plomo
forgot.
o plata.
Oh, God. Okay, Pablo Medellín, dale. Que Pablo Escobar, que diga Pablo Medellín. Estoy de madre. Bueno.
You are of the mother? That's the Spanish word of the day. Make sure you catch up on that. So, Andy Slater is on a flight from Medellín,
There we go.
Colombia,
Menos mal.
en un avión,
En un avión, in an airplane. Okay, good.
en el tranvía. So anyways, he's on a flight from Colombia to Miami. And all of a sudden, there's blood everywhere. Literally. Apparently, a woman wearing flip-flops either had a bunion or a blister that exploded. I have many questions.
How big is this thing?
Number one, why did that blister explode? I had somebody tell me, well, it's the cabin pressure.
No.
Oh, yeah, if that's the cabin pressure, why doesn't somebody's left not explode?
I know. No. That was seriously
Eso
infected.
es muela, eso es puro count. Puro cuento. Puro count.
Oh my God, that is gross. Yeah, I saw some images.
So
Ugh.
no, but it's unbelievable.
Awful.
We'll go to Andy Slater's Twitter page, and you can see all the pictures there. But basically, there was blood on the windows,
It was
blood on
everywhere.
passengers.
It looked like a murder scene.
Somebody was reading
On
a
a
book,
book.
and there was blood on the book. ¿Qué es eso? And then typical. This is almost Florida woman here. When nobody knew where it came from. So like the guys who got splattered, they come from the overhead. What happened? And they looked at the woman, and the woman, all of a sudden, they see her foot is a bloody mess, and they were like, "Oh my God, you got blood on your foot too!" And she's haciéndose la viva. Oh yeah, mira, I got not. Oh, that was me. I caused this. No. Oh, what? Who knew what happened? Oh, I got blood on my foot too.
But I want to know, how big was this thing
It had to be.
that it splattered blood much?
I shouldn't do this. This is racist. I should do this.
Wait, that's racist?
Well, did you know that this is like supposed to be a white power sign?
Why have we been doing that crap?
No, I'm just, huh?
We're gonna see. Don't you know how social media is these
No,
days?
yeah.
Everybody
Oh,
says
somebody's gonna take a
something.
screenshot. No, I am not. I am not doing this because it's not. No.
So you can't do anything these days.
No, you can't.
You get in trouble.
Somebody was taking a poop. You clearly are anti-toilet water.
Yes.
Clearly. So anyway, this woman is all like, oh, I don't know what happened. So one of the flight attendants was like, that was you. That was your foot. Because apparently the blister was so big that they noticed it when she walked on the damn plane.
Oh my God! Can you imagine? Like, if
And they're
it's, like,
on this,
you.
and they're on a flight. They're on a flight. It's not like okay, pull over.
Yeah.
No, they're on this flight from Medellin to Miami.
It's so gross. It is really gross. I would flip out. I would flip out from like somebody spitting at me.
Like,
You know, when people like cough behind you or
like-
like up on your face. Blood, I'd freak. I'd be like, no.
Like I don't get grossed out very easily, but I always find it a little shady when I see people who take their shoes off
Oh God, in the airplane.
at the
it's
office
so nasty.
or on an airplane.
Even in the car rides, people that have their feet
Yes,
like up on like the side there, like you know what I
It's
mean?
like,
When you're
oye.
sitting passenger. Oh no,
Oye,
man.
Roberta, ¿qué estás haciendo?
Put your feet back on. And in the plane, it's so nasty. We've talked about this before. People do.
And
all
then
types
they
of
put
crap.
their foot like like the divider between first class and chicken
yeah.
class. People put their foot on there with
People
no socks. No,
People
¿qué es
clip
eso?
their nails. I've seen people clip their nails on a flight. Like, what are you doing?
That's why we
You're
that's
not
why we can't have
home.
nice things.
No.
That's why
stop.
we can't have.
Don't
nice
do
things.
that. You're not of your house.
So what would you do if you had gotten blood? You better land this thing right now.
I would have been like, first of all, lady, I need to see your STD papers.
Well, that's like one of the first things she said. It's okay, I'm healthy.
That's okay. Says you. She sounds exactly like every guy in this place. Oh no, I'm clean. Don't worry. I don't need to get STD tested. Yes, you do.
So they land in Miami,
Yes, of
Okay.
course.
and so the cops have to come, paramedics have to come. They have to take these people off the plane and get them all worked out.
Oh Lord.
Can you imagine that?
No bueno.
No bueno at
No
all.
bueno at all.
Can you imagine that? I would be petrified.
Yeah.
Of course, I had like a buddy of mine was like, they need to throw away the plane. The plane then had to be basically deep cleaned because the flight was then now going to go. The plane was going to go somewhere else.
Somewhere else. No, I mean it's it's fine. It's not gonna be like HIV or anything like that. You don't get that from like airborne like that, so it's fine.
I swear, I'm going to wear a hazmat suit the next time I get on.
But you see a lot of people sometimes like they wear like their masks and stuff to go on flights because airplanes are super. You always have to take like airborne like prepare your immune system before you're getting on a flight because usually you get
Recycled
sick.
air, right?
Yeah, it's like everybody's spit is going around.
So speaking of everybody's spit, this makes no transition, but I'll do it anyway. The Amish.
We're going from the spit to the Amish.
Well, we went from an airplane and strangeness on an airplane to strangeness in a county in Ohio.
Yeah.
You know, the Amish are still big in Pennsylvania and Ohio.
Mhm.
So apparently a cop is doing patrol in Amish area.
Mhm.
and he sees a horse-drawn buggy with a boombox sticking out of it. And apparently that immediately got his attention, and he sees two Amish dudes drinking beer, drunk out of their minds with their boombox. What music do you think we're playing? A little NWA?
Yes, first of all, what do you
I
need
love
a
it. A little Biggie,
it's
a little
like
Pac.
A horse carriage, but then you get a boombox. This is the thing about the Amish that I never understood, because even in Nashville, when I lived there, there's a big Amish community.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, wait, how come there's like certain things you don't want to use, but then there's a lot of technology you're using?
Well, this is all not allowed, apparently. Yeah. Drinking, a boombox. So the cop comes, tries to pull them over, and the dudes jump out of the buggy and disappear into the woods.
What is this, the Wild Wild West?
Okay, so the cop's like, and the horse takes off. So here goes the horse. There go the two dudes into the woods. Everybody's drunk, and the cop is, y luego? So the cop chooses to get the horse.
I guess you have to come back for
and
that.
he returned the horse to a local farmer and said, listen, can you hold this until the people claim it? Well, the two people never claimed it, so there's this horse sitting in some dude's like house.
This is such a bizarre story.
I mean, this is policing at its finest, or maybe at its worst in Ohio.
Oh, Ohio. That explains
it.
Not the.
Dot the I?
No.
I dotted an I once. Not the hair. Just not in the hair.
I'd rather the hair than the eye.
You rather the hair than the eye?
Yeah, it's like mousse. The eye is no bueno. That thing stings. That's some basic stuff going in your eye.
It's good moisturizer too, I heard.
Oh, well, that's different.
I heard.
That's different. We're not on the radio, so we can talk about it now. We don't get in trouble. Look at this glowing skin.
Oh, it's funny. We were having a talk about semen once, and literally, like, the phone lines rang up, and it was all our bosses. Stop talking about jizz. But you said you wanted a crazy show.
Can't put these two together and not talk about it.
Put these two together, you know what happens? Jizz. Oh, yeah, and that little clappy clap. I like that clappy clap. You ready for clearly you're ready for University of Miami, the Dolphins. Wait, sorry. Booze Bandage. That'll give you the hangover cure you need from the Dolphins.
Yes.
Boozebandage.com. 30% off your first order by putting in the code word
Boss Lady.
And we are at the Sylvester Bar here in Midtown Wynwood area. Come by, say hello. 3456. Do you? I get nervous around pretty girls. That's what it is. I got my booze bandage. I'm going to put it on. Remember, the booze bandage, you put it on a hairless portion of your body.
I'll put it on my nippy, I think, next. I don't know. I don't know
what's better.
Putting
it on or taking it off.
Yeah, I know. Taking it off my hair a little bit, because there's a glue, because you got to stick it to your skin.
Yeah, I like it. Listen, I swear by this booze bandage. It's helped me immensely.
I haven't
through many a dolphin and that first hurricane game. And speaking of hurricanes, with the hurricanes, pasa, que esto?
Leave us alone.
So anyway, every Sunday, a new JRod and the Boss Lady premieres. Every Wednesday, it's the Spanish news of the Spanish word. It's Spanish news of the day. Spanish word
it is
of the day.
News. It's big news. We're teaching the people.
We're educating everyone. That's Wednesdays, and of course Fridays is our NFL picks. Thanks to our friends with WinWithSports.com. Okay.
And today is our 10th.
Double digits, our 10th episode.
Yes,
congratulations, right? Putting it in, right?
It's like our 10-year anniversary.
10, and then you put the 10 together, and you get a meet up. The man from Caucasia, he knows. The man knows from Caucasia. So, strange, other than JRod and the Boss Lady, which is not a strange addiction, what strange addiction do you have?
I don't think I have any weird, strange addictions.
Broke ass men.
Yes. Emotionally unavailable, unstable.
Oh, you're broke? Oh, sure. Yeah, let's date.
I gotta pay for this date too? Okay, yeah,
why
sure.
not? Why
I
not?
can't believe I've actually paid for a date. That was ridiculous.
I'm sure.
Ridiculous.
305 Miami 6924. Explain it to her.
No more free dates, though.
Ass, grass, or cash? Nobody rides for free.
I'm too nice sometimes, man.
Well, there's a show on TLC what is the Learning Channel?
I guess.
It's not clearly, there's no learning going on in this
the
channel.
The local channel, by the way, the story that we got there.
So they have a show called My Strange Addiction, which it's gone off the deep end now.
It's like really weird stuff.
And it's people that I don't know how these people.
Everyday people.
Now you're a scientist. You deal with medicals. I don't know how these people are alive. Like
some of it.
I watched
really
one show, and it was
they have a lot of intestinal problems.
And it was a woman who ate toilet paper. She would literally get a roll of toilet paper, break off a little piece, and just.
That one wasn't as bad.
All throughout the day, eating toilet paper.
Did you see the one with a mattress, like
yes, like she would eat the foam out of the. Yes, eso.
There's so many other good things to put in your mouth. I don't understand why.
How is that not? How does that not? I mean, listen. I have so many questions.
Start drinking booze.
I just. Cheers. How do you poop? How does that crush your intestines?
I don't know, man. It's really, really, really
detergent?
weird.
A woman eats isn't detergent toxic?
But I think that's the thing. That's what I don't understand. How much of this are they eating, and how often are they going to the hospital?
And I can't even blame the white people, because this was the Rainbow Coalition is doing all this stuff. Okay, I had a cousin of mine. You should eat her hair. She'd eat her hair.
No.
Dude, I get a hair anywhere near my face. I'm like,
I know.
That's
actually like the worst part about BJ's.
You go to the dentist and then, hey, you have the pelito aquí? Oh, never mind. That's okay. It's not mine. Ah!
I would die. I hate that shit too, because you're like so bad. No, trim that thing.
Hardwood floors. Hardwood
exactly.
manscaping, landscape. Listen, I don't want shag carpeting. I don't want an area rug. I don't even want a landing strip. Hardwood floors. Estamos in a civilized, developed country. Shave that stuff.
People are like, "Oh, the bush is back." No, it's not. No.
Bush is back. Go to the back. No. Tamara carries around her pillow. So that's another addiction.
No, but that's like
partially I picked these addictions because of their names.
maybe it's a safety thing. I could see that one.
Okay.
Taking a pillow, you're not eating it. I'm okay with it.
Now
it's a little bit childish, but okay.
This one is the ultimate white people one. I'm sorry. Punch my ticket. Cassie.
Good name.
Eats her husband's cremated ashes.
What? How much of this can you possibly wait? How long is this gonna last for? It's
well,
gonna eventually...
she explained it like this: that she had gotten back from the funeral and she'd gotten the ashes or whatever, and she had a little bit on her hands,
and then tasted.
And it was like, oh, what am I gonna do with this? And she.
I wonder if she ever ate something else of his.
I certainly hope.
I hope she did.
I hope in life.
Yeah.
I hope in life she ate him more than she's eating him in death. Because
that's what I'm saying. Like what?
Now, Julius is attracted to balloons. He keeps more than 50,000 balloons in his house.
Why?
Bro, can you imagine you're at the club, you're at the bar, not here at the Sylvester. Here you get quality hand that come to the Sylvester. 3456 North Miami Avenue here in the Wynwood Midtown area. The SylvesterBar.com. Can you imagine you go back to somebody's apartment? Hey, baby, I'm gonna enterita. You walk in the door and my man's got 50,000 balloons in there. Is it your birthday? Is it my birthday?
Is he like to mess around with the static?
With the little hairs
down there? What are we doing? What's going on?
That might be a deal breaker, right? You walk in there.
I'd be like, what's all
Did you have a party here yesterday? That's what you said. Oh, it's my roommate.
But what if he wants to incorporate it into the situation?
I could see you being a plushie.
What's a plushie?
You know what a plushie is?
No, what's a plushie? What's on fun learning something new today?
How am I explaining to you what a plushie is?
What's a plushie?
A plushie, is it plushie? Is when you get dressed up as like a stuffed animal? People have it's a strange sexual fetish.
And then you do it as a
Yes, so you
animal?
get dressed up as a big plushy animal.
I'd totally be a
like
panda.
like like,
Totally
like a
be panda.
dinosaur or a unicorn.
No, I can't be a dinosaur. I need my hands.
You can't be. I can't do it. I can't do it.
I'm
gonna confirm. I'm gonna confirm this. But yes,
oh my god,
plushy.
that'll be super awesome though. Did you see? I posted this video on Twitter, which you guys can see at 305 Miami 6924.
Mm-hmm.
This woman, she's eating noodles, like really, really spicy noodles, while she's getting banged from behind. I relationship goals, man.
That's what we call multitasking.
Yep.
Or they're broke.
It's just like, really,
Baby, how about a steak? How about some sushi?
Spicy ramen noodles.
Oh, that's what a spicy noodles.
So and then he's like, all you hear is. That's so weird.
Well, a buddy of mine, first, I know you now, Scott. I know you, Scott. A buddy of mine sent me like this. Watch these. He told me, he goes, I'm going to send you this video of two flies having sex. But it's amazing watching nature work. So he sends it to me, and I'm like that meme of that one kid, like. So I look at it, and I'm like, let me put my headset in.
Just in case.
And it really is. It's two flies having sex.
Yeah.
But the audio is like a porn.
Yeah.
So it's like, I was like, bro.
Oh, God. I thought you were going to say it was two people dressed up as flies having sex. Since we were talking about plushies.
But I could see you as a plushie. You'd be a panda.
I'd totally be a panda. Panda or a tiger?
The promiscuous panda. Go to Miami Velvet and check that out.
I still need to go there.
Allegedly.
I still need to go there.
Are swingers clubs still a thing?
Apparently, it's still open.
Is it? I mean, in this era of STDs and
I think it's definitely still a thing. People do it even on dating apps. People like look for people swinging.
I think that'd be a good first date.
To go to Velvet.
Yeah, I mean, not necessarily like to get it on, but I think it'd be an awesome experience just to.
Well, that's why I want to go see what the.
I'm a bit of a void. Miami Velvet. We're calling you. We'll do the show from there. Although I'm not sitting on anything.
Yeah, we gotta do.
We'll do the show standing up. Hey, welcome to the show with like little booties on your feet. Hey, welcome to the show.
We'll just take a black light and just check it.
No.
We would be so grossed out. It'd probably be worse.
No. My friend Lisa Guerrero, who's a sports reporter, works for Inside Edition. She does now all these like things on Inside Edition about hotels with cooties and don't tip this. So she did this black light thing at hotels. You killed me, Lisa. I'm never gonna. I'll just stay in the lobby the whole time. I'll just stay in the lobby the whole time.
I know people that take sheets and like their own blankets to hotels.
I can see it. Well,
but then you're getting those cooties on your sheets.
Well, Tamara, who likes to walk around with her pillow, why not?
You're getting all those cooties in.
All right, so influencers. Are you? I think you're an influencer.
I'm not getting paid that much money.
There's a 21-year-old influencer named Michaela Saravia. Oh, you like that? I said
I like it.
Saravia. Saravia. She's from West Palm Beach, Florida.
Yes.
Naturally.
Of course.
Florida woman. And she is making a shockingly amount of money.
I know. This is the part that kills
with her
me.
crazy ass tongue. She's making over $100,000 a year.
That's insanity, though.
Because she has a 6.5-inch tongue.
And it's like, it's not,
it's
like
pointy.
It's like, yeah, you gotta see it.
Pointy down.
Pretty wicked.
6.5-inch tongue. Now, she's got over 2 million followers on Instagram.
This is what I don't understand. And I mean, I'm not knocking it. More power to you. But
right.
What? Like, sometimes I see things that get, like, favorites or like, followers. And I'm like, really? What is going on?
She gets $3,000 per Instagram post. The tongue is just watching the post. I'm like, face page.
He's talking about a tongue and he's got his tongue all tied up.
Like, I have a wide tongue, but I don't. 6.5 inches. So what she does, she sells erotic toys, phone chargers, apparel, and it's basically her licking things.
So weird.
I wonder if she does custom videos.
Oh, I'm sure she probably does. For that much money, you have to start
booze bandage.
somewhere.
The booze bandage on the tongue.
Everybody tells me because I always do that. Like I always like, but her tongue is like, it's like spiny. It's almost like
a forked devil tongue.
Yeah, seriously, like what's that damn movie?
Michaela says that she discovered she had an obnoxious or abnormally long tongue.
Obnoxious.
In 6th grade. is when she started. I'm a little different than everyone else.
little X-Men action.
Like there's a porn star. I think his name is Danny Davis, British kid.
He's already
like
good,
out here,
good in my book.
Out here,
yeah.
And he. I remember him telling me a story. I was like, bro, you've got a freaking torpedo hanging out of you.
That's also too much.
Okay. I said, when did you like realize like not everybody has it?
Yeah.
He goes, oh, it's about PE. One day we're in PE, like 8th grade. And all of a sudden they go take a shower and boom, boom, boom.
Submarine.
There's one kid that. I mean, like I'm pretty healthy. I'm pretty blessed. Thank you, Lord Jesus. But I see this and I'm like, bro.
Yeah, no, it's but that's too much though. You don't want it to be.
Is it
big.
though?
Yes, it is. There's such a thing as too big. For me, there's such a thing as too big. I'd be like, oh, my intestines, my ovaries.
I believe penises are like big businesses. You're never too big to fail.
There's such a thing as too big. Too big.
We're gonna get big.
We're already big.
10 episodes in, and we thank you for making that. Listen, go to our YouTube page, JRod and the Boss Lady. We're on YouTube, on Spotify, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts. Subscribe, like, thumbs up, comment. We love the comments. I answer, Boss Lady and I answer every comment that you send us. Keep following. 10 episodes in. We're on our way, kiddo.
That's right.
We're on our way. I'm halfway to that yacht and quarter of the way to that Maserati. And we're going to get you that helicopter.
No, I'm the one that wants the yacht. You can have the helicopter.
I just want the Maserati.
I just want the yacht. But thank you so much for always listening in and hitting us up.
Yeah, and send us all your comments as well on social media. We're on Twitter and Instagram. I'm at JRod Show.
And 305 Miami 6924.
And we want to thank everybody here at the Sylvester. It's the SylvesterBar.com and on Instagram at the Sylvester Bar. They're taking care of us. Thanks to Ben and Nick and all the fellas here taking care of us, opening the doors here. Come over here. It's in Midtown, Miami area. Kind of a throwback to the 1950s. Miami, Cuban inspired, and of course, all our buddies here at Booze Bandage. BoozeBandage.com. 30% off your first order with the code word
Boss Lady.
All right, another fantastic show. We will be back at you next week with more hilarity. Show number 11. Yo 11 when you're in Vegas. Yo 11. No?
No, that's you. I don't know about Yo 11.
No, I got my fleshlight. Well, it is 11. It is. It is.
Oh, boy.
Remember, be good. And if you're going to be bad, you better call us.